Hi, it's Ben here, Sparks Mechanical. Today I'm fitting a thing called a catch can. Some people have heard of these things, some people haven't. And I'll explain why we fit these things to these late model diesels. There's a few reasons for it, but the main reason is to stop the oil from your engine getting back into your intake manifold. So originally, there used to be a hose running from here, which is on the top of the valve cover. It would go into the intake down here. A bit of a picture of that. It's hard to see on this engine, but there it is there. You can see that hose clamp down here. Finger in there to point to it, that one there. So it used to go into there. So the air from the engine, so when the engine's running, it breathes. Now diesels breathe a lot heavier than petrols do because of the combustions that they run, or the compression they run. And you get a lot of basically oil steam coming out of this pipe, or oil vapor, straight into the intake manifold. It then goes through the turbo, up through this pipe, down into the intercooler, which is in the front of the engine here, back into the throttle body, and you can actually see that oil down here. See, it's a bit oily and wet down here. So that's from that oil, that's from that hose that breathes back into the engine. Now it's part of the emission control side of it. What a lot of people do is block off the EGR system. So they'll put a blanking plate in the EGR. So this engine here has got an EGR runs from the exhaust system. And what EGR is exhaust gas recirculation. So it puts some of the exhaust system back into the intake. Now what happens is, at the point where this exhaust is coming in, and then you've got this oily air coming in, they mix together and they turn to like Vegemite into the manifold. And then your manifold clogs up. Pretty well all diesels do it these days. This is how they're designed. It's a stupid idea, but that's how they do it. It causes a lot of problems with sluggishness, running rough, power loss. So what you need to do is pull the manifold off and clean it. Now I've already pulled this manifold off and cleaned it. So I've done that last time I seen the car. So now they're fitting the catch can to it to prevent it from blocking up again. So what I've done is I've bypassed the hose that went to that, from here down to here, and now it goes along here into this filter. Okay, so you get your oil vapors going into this filter. I'll just take the top off here and show you. Alright, there's a valve here. Alright, there's a filter in here. That filter comes out and you can clean it. But what happens is all this oil ends up in here, and this filter catches it, and then there's a hose running back from the bottom of this back into the intake where the original hose went. So basically it breathes on clean air now. Now all you need to do with these things is every now and then is pull that filter out and clean it. And at the bottom of this, there's a hose running down the bottom, and I've put a little tap down here, this one here. So every now and then you need to open that tap up and just let the oil out. You'd be surprised on how much that actually catches. So that's the best way of doing it, is fitting a catch can. You're better off doing that. You're not supposed to block the EGR off. The EGR is there for a reason. Okay, it's to stop pollution. Blocking that doesn't help anything. It actually can cause issues as well. Some cars just don't like getting it blocked. They'll actually throw up an engine light or a fault code. But these things here, you can block them. They don't throw the fault code, but it also keeps combustion temperatures down. So it's there for a second purpose as well. If you're caught blocking an EGR, you can be fined for it because it defects the vehicle. The best way to do it, fit a catch can. That stops the problem getting there anyway. Catches all that oil vapor. It's a very common problem in diesels these days. Mitsubishi's probably one of the worst ones I've seen. Their engines are shocking for it. So if you've got a diesel, a modern diesel, and you haven't had one of these fitted, I'd look into getting one fitted, because it saves a lot of headache down the road. If I bought a brand new diesel of any sort these days, wouldn't matter what brand it was. If I bought a brand new diesel engine, I'd be fitting one of these pretty well the same week I got the car. It saves a lot of headaches, a lot of problems down the track. And this thing here will keep this engine running a lot cleaner for years to come. Anyway, thanks for watching.